guys, welcome to my channel. So this is basically a video of what I did to make Venus herself. Now originally when I went into this, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I know I had an African American 2006 soft face with blue eyes that I customized by painter, and her name was Shiloh. So I decided to use that as what would be Venus. So Shiloh would become Venus. So I used her mechanics because originally when I opened her, she stopped talking. So she would still work, but I used her mechanics and I tried to do a swap. But I ended up messing up her motherboard, which controls everything. So when I put her back together, originally she would not be able to work. So I had a French 2006 soft face, and I decided I would just swap the skins from the African American one onto the Caucasian one so she would work and speak French. Now, basically, with this, what I've realized is that the 2006 soft face dolls are very intricately made. They're very specifically made, which shows the planning that went into developing these dolls. Their face has clips that connect into sockets to keep it put. They basically have a whole skull. The 2006 soft face that I got, the skull was completely fractured. There was nothing I could do to save it at all. It was in shards. So I knew I would have to give her a whole new skull. But as far as the feeding mechanisms, she works, she's magnetic, but her feeding tube is broken. For me, that's not too much of a big deal because I don't feed my dolls anyway. And I know it's a 2006 soft face, so the tubes are old, so they are bound to break. They are bound to break, hence why I don't feed my dolls, because I don't want to mess up their mechanics, their motherboard, anything like that. But I will say, these dolls are intricately made and they are made very specific, which is unique and it's good and it shows the planning that went into making them. So here you can see me just taking off that head piece for the Caucasian doll. And, eventually taking apart the African American one again to remove the slings off of her head. And yeah, these dolls are very antique and they're very, you know, so it's important that you be careful with them and treat them very delicately because one false move and you can mess something up. Hence why when I was doing this transplant, I made sure to keep the Caucasian one on so I would know if she's still working or not. Also, I was very careful with her wires and stuff because like I told you, the Caucasian doll I had before opening this one, when I opened her, she stopped talking. She still worked, but there was no sound coming from her voice box. So, yeah. But I just made the doll have vitiligo because obviously she has a brown head and white body. So I just, gave her some brown patches on her skin so she could have vitiligo, and she has blue eyes and she's twins with Violet. And I have one more soft face on the way. Yeah. And that will complete my baby life collection for now. I think any of the doll I get after that would be a doll that I trade off with somebody and I get a different doll. But I won't be buying more dolls to add to the collection because then I would be at 6 and I don't want to be over that because I'm not supposed to go over 5. So, yeah. But I feel like I have core dolls that I really like in my collection, dolls that I really want. So therefore, all the dolls in my collection serve a purpose. So yeah. But this is me reassembling her. making sure she still works, putting on everything properly. One of the toughest things to do as well is putting the doll back together. The arms and the legs, like, you have to be very swift with it because the arms, if they're not in the right places, they won't connect properly, so you can close the doll back up. All of this is very tricky business, and if you're not sure about what you're doing, or you're scared you're gonna mess your doll up more, then I don't advise you to open them up or anything like that. Especially like if your doll has broken tubes or anything. Like I feel like broken tubes doesn't really diminish the value of it because ideally that's a very quick and simple fix. Versus anyway, that's all for this video. See you guys in the next video. Bye.